In section 6.2 example 2, we are going to use data from a table to try to determine whether or not that data represents an exponential growth, decay, or neither of those two functions. Okay. Now, this is a little bit different than what we did back in section 6.1. Section 6.1, we had to tell also if it was an exponential function, but they didn't specify growth or decay. Now remember, in order to be an exponential function, you need to have a situation where as x continues to increase by 1, the y values will continuously be multiplied by the same number. Okay? Now, as you look at table A, you notice that as x increases by 1, the y values are decreasing. Now, a lot of people would make the mistake right away of saying, oh, this must be a decay function then. Well, you're right in one aspect that the numbers are decreasing, so it definitely could be decay. But remember, in order to be exponential, it has to not only get smaller, but by the same ratio every time. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my calculator and I'm going to divide backwards. I'm going to divide 10 by 30, 30 by 90, and 90 by 270 to see if so if I want to find out what exactly am I multiplying every time as I go down this list, so if I want to see what I'm multiplying every time as I go down and make sure it's the same thing, I actually have to divide backwards. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to you. So let's do that. So I'm going to go, let me clear this out. I'm going to start at the bottom of the table, 10 divided by 30. That gives me 0.3 repeating. If you were in a fraction mode on your calculator, it would say 1/3. So if you get 1/3 on your calculator, that's the reason why. 30 divided by 90, same thing. 90 divided by 270. And look at that, I get 0.3 repeating every single time. So that tells me that this is exponential, that there's a ratio of 0.333 every time. Okay? And therefore, this is an exponential decay function. It's going down. Notice the rate at which it's going down is less than 1. It's a number between 0 and 1. There's your exponential decay. Okay? If I had to write, just by the way, if I had to write an equation for this, this would be y equals, look what my starting value was, 270. Okay, at time 0 was 270. I could go 1 minus that 0.3 repeating to the t power, or in this case x power. We used x instead of t, but that would basically be it. Okay, look at the other one. This time the y values are getting bigger as x increases by 1. So again, if you think, well, it must be growth, it might be, but make sure. Now this one you can probably do in your head. If I divide backwards, 40 divided by 20, well, 40 is twice as big as 20. That's going to be 2. 20 divided by 10, that'll also be 2. 10 divided by 5, that will also be 2. So with a ratio of 2, this is going to be exponential growth. Remember, if that ratio is bigger than 1, if the numbers are getting larger, it's going to be exponential growth. Put it that way. Okay? This equation would be y equals, look at the starting value was 5 at time 0. It would be 1 plus 2 to the x power. Plus because it's growth, here minus because it was decay. And that's it. Good luck.